to our Patreon.
Allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the summit on the campus of Elevation Prep. Day 4, the final day here for our Sweet Gene Invitational, hosted by Elevation Prep. I'm Hunter Sostenheimer, joined here by Landon Traylor, camera person Lindley Kistler, and we are live getting set for our first game, our second game, but our first game broadcasting here between Elevation Prep and Profile Select.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. I believe we did actually see Profile Select play last night. It was the first game, I do believe, that we broadcasted yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, which maybe I'm not. Maybe I am mistaken. I believe they do have two teams, actually. My point is, they are a very good team all around, very good program. As for Elevation Prep, Reggie Bass won't be playing. And if you saw him last night, that is definitely a huge loss there, Hunter.
Yeah, he had an outstanding game last night here for Elevation Prep. So let's go ahead and give you some starters here for Profile Select. They are going to start out with number 24, the big fella inside, Nayland Besiert. And looks like number 3, Joquan Moore, excuse me if I'm saying these names wrong. And then looks like over there they're going to have the guard who's wearing number 23, who we do not have listed on our roster. They're also going to start out number 30, who is not listed on our roster also. So we will go ahead at halftime and get these players for you. Number 3, Lucas Westernmeyer will start for Profile Select.
Number 3 for Golden State Prep. Quinn Denker. Number 23, Matthew Mays. 25, Nick Welch. Number 20, Nathan Wheeler. And number 30, Jeff West.
As we do apologize, the schedules did change. I mean, it definitely said Profile Select on that schedule. As we're getting our rosters set here for now, Golden State Prep Gray Squad.
As it looks like the Golden Prep Gray Squad will go in against Elevation Prep here, the high school squad.
Do apologize for that, folks, as I'm going to change the name on that scoreboard right now. It will be Golden State Prep and Elevation Prep.
So as we get set for action, looks like Elevation Prep is going to have on the floor number 5, Michael Ely. Looks like number 12, Tariq Humes, who also had a big game last night for Elevation Prep. Number 15, Shabal Butters. And it looks like number 23, Rashad Jones, and the big fella inside, number 33, Miha Cardona. So we're going to get started here. Elevation Prep will throw in the ball after it looked like there was a false jump there to begin the ball game. So Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep. He goes in, and they throw up the lob to Michael Ely, who rattles off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down. Fast breaking here for Golden State is Quinn Decker. Decker gave it off to number 30, Jack Wetzel, who hits the 3 to start the scoring here in our ball game. As Cardona has it now here for Elevation Prep, throws it inside to Tariq Humes, who gets the bucket. He had an outstanding ball game here last night for the Elevation Prep squad. Tariq Humes helped out Reggie Bass big time in his scoring for this Elevation Prep ball club.
Absolutely, he did. And I love to see Golden State Prep kind of get it down low to the big fella there.
As Quinn Decker went up for the bucket, couldn't get it. Rebound pulled down. The look ahead from Butters to Rashad Jones, who goes in and draws the foul.
Yeah, we saw Elevation Prep able to get to the line a lot yesterday, and they did. Those free throws came up huge that they did make down the stretch, but they also missed a handful of free throws there last night, Hunter.
Yeah, that is not something you want to do in these types of games, as that could have helped them close it out early. Instead, we have Rashad Jones going to the line here for Elevation Prep. His first one is up and good. He ties the ball game here at 3.
All right, we do have the scoreboard working now, as it is now 3-3.
As Jones' second one is up, off the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Pongos, who gives it off to his guard, Deckner, who has it now here for Golden State. Golden State, they go in the corner to number 30, Jack Wetzel, who's hit a 3 here already in this ball game. As they go inside, the size goes in, rebound, battled for, knocked off a defender, and Golden State Prep will maintain possession.
Elevation Prep really struggling to rebound there. You know, they have Mihai Carcona. Would love to see him kind of get involved. He did not have that big of a game last night. Would love to see him get down there and go up there and get that rebound, Hunter.
As Matthew Mayers has it now here for Golden State, excuse me. He's going to go with Central Point there. They're not playing yet, so can't do that. As the Dankler has it now, he goes up and is swatted away. There we go. Great defense there by Carcona, who had it for Elevation Prep. Knocked away.
Nice
they go
shot
inside
down there.
To number 24.
That was
Prongos.
That was absolutely great ball movement there. Nice ball movement there. Nice offense they set up as Elevation Prep with another turnover here.
Yeah, one thing we saw from Elevation Prep last night is they were pushing the floor too hard. Would like to see them slow it down when they get to their side of the floor.
Nice ball movement again
as they go inside for the lob. The lob caught by number 23, Matthew Mayers, who gets the slam.
If you saw that on your screen there, I could see that coming down low right when he got it to the big fella. He was coming to slam that home on the baseline there.
Yes, he was. Great move there by the Golden State Prep squad as we're going to get a foul. Rashad Jones will go to the line here again for Elevation Prep. Looks like that foul is going to fall on number 23, Matthew Mayers. Jones, his first one has not been good. As Rashad Jones had an outstanding game last night, made a beautiful save there to help keep Elevation Prep alive in that ball game.
As he also hit some clutch threes coming down the stretch for Elevation Prep, as now we got a 2-point game again.
As the look ahead, they go to number 30, Jack Wetzel, who pulls up from 3. Rebound pulled down by Ely, and it rolled off of Ely's foot. Couldn't maintain possession with it. One
thing we did see Elevation Prep struggle on is defending that three-pointer last night, Hunter, and they've obviously done a fantastic job of guarding it here. And, 17:49 left in the second quarter. Golden State's black squad, they already had like 12 points on the board at that point.
Oh, yeah, they did. That ball game ended up being like 97-93.
That was a nice drive there. Got to finish those. Hopefully, maybe they can get a defensive stop here to make up for it.
As Jones has it now here for Elevation Prep, goes over to Humes. Humes goes outside to Butters. Butters gives it off to Jones. Jones, they go outside to the big fella, who pulls up from 3 and hits it. Mihai Corcona says, I can shoot from 3 too.
Hunter, when's the last time you saw a big guy that can shoot like that?
That was a big fella taking a shot there. Haven't seen one yet here in the 4 days we've done this invitational. As on the other end,
I'm not a big fan of that possession there from Golden State Prep. Why? I'm not really sure what you gained. You literally gained a turnover off of that. Just come down there and throw up a 3 there. Slow it down, set up an offense. Like, what's the point of just coming down there and shooting it? There's no need. You got 17 minutes left in the first half. You're down by 1 point.
Yeah. As you mentioned, 17 minutes left here in our first half. As Jones has it now here for Elevation Prep. Gets a screen from Butters, works around it, throws it outside to Hughes, who pulls up from 3, rattles out the front of the iron.
Nice rebound by Ely.
Knocked out to Michael Ely, who hits the free throw jumper and gets it.
Michael Ely making his presence known early here.
Great to see as he struggled to get on the board last night for Elevation Prep, but we see him getting on the board early in this ball game as Corcona pulls down the board there for Elevation Prep.
Your three-pointers aren't going. I'm not sure why they keep taking them. They've done great by setting up the offense and moving the ball. Now they're just kind of shooting to shoot here.
As Tyreek Humes goes up and under and gets the bucket and forces Golden State Prep to call a timeout. So 12-17 our score, 16-24 left here in our first half. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back live here from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
30-second timeout.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. I mean, the difference is the joy in the children, the excitement. When break is coming, everyone is so excited because they are all going to the food, and that laughter and that noise that children make is something which is just nice in
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep, day 4 of our Sweet Gene Invitational, the final day here on a snowy afternoon in Fort Wayne, Indiana, but it looks like we got some hotness inside with the shooting so far. 12-17 our score.
I don't know where you come up with this stuff, Hunter, but it has been a pleasure working with you this weekend.
Same here, my friend. As Golden State goes up and gets the bucket, there's Prongos.
Much needed bucket there from Golden State Prep. I'd love to see them get a stop here because Elevation's really been having their way with them down low.
As Ely's bringing the ball up the floor here for Elevation Prep, kind of doing a little guard switch in there as number 11
Watch out for Carcona. Big man can shoot. Might want to come out and guard him as he's going to let it fly. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Carcona pulls up from 3 and hits his second 3 of the ball game. Wow. The big fella pulling up for 3. Love to see it here for Elevation Prep. I think every single one of their players on Elevation Prep can go ahead and hit a 3 from what we saw last night into this morning so far.
I agree.
Crazy stuff here.
Would love to see Cheval Butters maybe knock down a 3.
Speaking of Butters, he checks out of the ball game. Checking in for him is Bontrager, who had an outstanding ball game last night for Elevation Prep. Was second in scoring right behind their guard, Reggie Bass.
Absolutely, he did.
Would love to see that energy transition into this ball game today.
Right.
As McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep. Dribbles all by himself, tried to throw it inside to Carcona. Instead, it rolled off a Golden State defender. So Elevation Prep will maintain possession.
Well, let's just see that maybe, I know it sounds a little amateur, maybe run a stack play here. Stack it up a little bit with Carcona there in the back of the stack there.
Looks like they're going to run all their players off the baseline. Little inbound play here. As they go inside to number 3, Bontrager, who goes up and gets the bucket.
Caedmon Bontrager, the newest member of this Elevation Prep squad. He has definitely made his presence known in these last 2 games, and definitely the games that he's played for Elevation Prep so far.
I think all 3 days here, Bontrager has made himself known as he's going in the 4th day. We'll see if he can get his 3rd point. Goes up, and he does.
As all of a sudden, we got a 9-point game after Elevation Prep just seemed to be trailing 7-3, I believe it was. 7-2, pardon me.
Yep, they got their scoring going, did Elevation Prep. So Golden State has it now. As we'll play on number 3, Quinn Deckler has it now here for Golden State.
Nice runner there.
He gets the runner and the floater, gets the bucket.
Nice runner
has it now.
Nice runner there. I'd love to see Elevation stay on their feet as they absolutely got faked out with that shot fake he ran.
Oh, I thought we were going to see another 3 from the big fella. Instead, he goes inside to Bontrager, who makes a move around his defender, goes up, rattles off the front of the iron.
Rare miss there from Caedmon Bontrager. Go straight up on that. I'm not a big fan of the fadeaways, you know. Go straight up. Better elevation on your shot.
Yeah. As Prongos has it now, he goes inside and gets the bucket. As looks like they have 2 24s on the ball club. They're for Golden State. So we're going to have to configure those names, as I believe Prongos is the one on top, the big fella. As Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep.
Miscommunication there. Lots of miscommunication there. Would have loved to see Ely kind of slow it down a little bit. It seemed that possession just seemed a little bit too rushed from Elevation Prep as Ely just wanted to immediately get it down low. Set it up, let the big man get set. Now resulted in a turnover for Elevation Prep as with 14-10. Now a chance here for Golden State Prep to get it back to a possession.
As Ely and Carcona check out of the ball game here for Elevation Prep. Checking in is number 23, Rasheed Jones. And number 0, Reggie Ward, who starts out. Oh, I thought he had a turnover there. Said he didn't. They go outside to number 24, who pulls up from 3 and hits it.
Golden State Prep starting to find their rhythm a little bit here from through beyond the arc and overall offense. Coach Henson might want to take a timeout here.
And it looks like they're going to get called.
Elevation Prep just seems a little bit rattled here as turnover after turnover, missed shot after missed shot. They're giving up a lot here, as they're leaving a lot of points here on the floor.
As Bontrager picks up the foul. So Golden State will take over on possession. Bringing the ball up the floor here is Quinn Deckner. Denker has it now here for Golden State. Thought about pulling up, instead goes outside. And they go back inside to Prongos, who has it now. Makes a move around his defender. Goes up and under and gets the bucket.
What a nice shot there that was. And we're tied yet again, Hunter.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Shaping up to be a great one here from the Summit.
Yes, as we saw the great one here last night from Elevation Prep. As number 23, Rasheed Jones goes up, draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot. Will Rasheed Jones.
Man, Rasheed Jones has a nice form on that free throw.
as his second one is up and good.
It's 20-18.
20-18 our score. Elevation Prep has the lead. 13 minutes left here to go in our first half. As number 24, as they have two 24s on the floor. Referee calls another foul.
Opportunity here from Golden State Prep to tie it up here from the free throw line. And we saw that a lot last night with a lot of teams tying it up and taking the lead from the free throw line. But also they did not perform well. A lot of people did not perform well on the free throw line and left a lot of points at that free throw line.
As Michael Ely is going to check into the ball game. Here for Hoons. Second one is up and good. Ties the ball game here. As McCoy's bringing up the ball now here for Elevation Prep. Looking, goes outside to Rasheed Jones, who pulls up from three. Rebound, battle for, pulled down by number 3, Quinn Decker. Decker has it now here for Golden State. Hands it off. They go inside to Prongos. Prongos has it now here for Golden State. Has it knocked away. Instead, maintained possession. Rolled off a finger. Out of bounds. Golden State will maintain possession.
Into the ball game, 25. Nick Welch, who replaces the big fella, 24. David.
Watch down low here for Golden State as corner. Ooh, man. Surprised he didn't take that three in the corner there.
As we do have a change on our pronunciation. So number 24, the one that just checked out of the ball game, is David Idoa, the big fella. As Elevation Prep has it now, after that huge three there from Golden State. Rasheed Jones, he throws it outside. Thought it was going to Ely. Instead, Bontrager picked it up, pulled up and got the bucket. Pulled up right on his defender. Great move there by Bontrager.
Caedmon, Bontrager, wow. There's going to have a whistle.
As it looks like we're going to get a timeout from head coach Cody Henson. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will go ahead and take one with him. We'll be back with some first half action live here from Elevation Prep.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from the summit on the campus of Elevation Prep. Elevation Prep has a 23-22 lead here with 12-8 left to go in our first half, as Golden State Prep is going to take over on possession.
Definitely been a back and forth game. We've had a lot of lead changes and a lot of tied ball games after one team just can't hang on to a lead, it seems like, and this is a very good basketball game. Haven't even played 8 minutes.
As Prongos has it now here for Golden State Prep. He gives it off to Deckner, who goes back to Prongos.
Nice kick
Prongos
out.
Kicks it outside to number 34, who is not listed on my roster. He pulls up from three, misses. Rebound pulled down by the big fella, number 25, Nick Wolp, who goes up and gets the bucket.
Offensive rebounds coming in huge here for Golden State Prep, and Coach Henson cannot be happy with that.
As Michael Ely dribbling down the baseline, goes up, running floater.
Nice save here.
Save there by Prongos for Golden State as they look ahead to number 12, who's not listed on my roster. As Kevin McCoy Jr. has it now. He goes over to Jones. Jones goes back up to Ely, who pulls up from three. Rebound battled for, pulled down, as Walp has it now here for Golden State. Looking for a guard. Instead goes over to number 3.
Wow. Elevation
Quinn
Prep
Deckner
collapses there with the transition defense, and now they've given up 2 straight threes, and now they find themselves down by 6, their largest deficit of the ball game.
As Denker pulled up from 3 and hit it for Golden State Prep. As Rasheed Jones has it now. The little step back 3 goes up, rattles out the front of the iron. Looks like they're going to get called for a foul. That foul, I believe, is going to fall on number 0, Reggie Ward Jr. As we're looking Elevation Prep is going to bring some size back into the ball game. Coming in is Tariq Humes and the big fella, Mihai Carcona.
Definitely going to need that size because they're giving up a lot of offensive rebounds on the other end of the floor here.
As Golden State has it now, does Welp. Welp looking, goes over to number 12, who is not listed on my roster. I'll go ahead and check these names at halftime. As Golden State has it now, Welp makes a nice floater dribble move and gets the bucket.
Elevation Prep really starting to collapse here a little bit defensively, Hunter, as they now trail by 8 after just leading by 3 points.
McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep, goes in the corner to Ely, who pulls up from 3. Misses, rebound battled for, pulled out, does Rasheed Jones. He gives it off to McCoy, who pulls up from 3, off the front of the iron, pulled out by Butters. Butters gives it to Rasheed Jones.
Set it up, good, set it up. There we go.
Great offensive possession there.
Oh.
Great offensive possession there, which led to a turnover, so Golden State will take over on possession.
It's going to be Tariq Humes coming back in the game here for Elevation Prep. Maybe he can pick up the tempo, as we saw him pick up the tempo a lot last night. But Reggie Bass's performance or presence is definitely missed here.
As he is sitting on the bench in street clothes is Reggie Bass. As Elevation Prep will have it now. Humes has it now here for Elevation Prep. Gives it off to Carcona, who goes inside to Butters. They kick it back out to Rasheed Jones. Jones goes in the corner to Ely. Ely with a nice dribble move there.
Nice put back there by Butters.
Put back there by Cheval Butters, who goes up and gets the bucket. As Golden State looking to bring the ball up the floor. They kick it out in the corner. Go back to number 34.
Another 3 there here for Golden State Prep, and you got to wonder, Elevation's defense has really fallen apart after starting off so strong in this game, Hunter.
Rasheed Jones has it now, gives it off to Carcona, who goes inside to number 15, Cheval Butters, who goes up and gets the bucket.
Cheval Butters starting to pick up a little momentum here on his own, as somebody's got to do it, and it's got to be him.
As Golden State has it now, 35-26 our score. 9 minutes left to go here in our first half. Nice dribble move there. They kick it out to number 24.
Oh!
Luke Prongos, who tried to go up for the bucket. Instead kicks it back out. Rebound pulled down by Ely.
That wasn't just a pull down by Ely. That was a man grab right there from Michael Ely.
Ely with a high elevation. No wonder he plays for Elevation Prep. As they kick
nice
out to Rasheed Jones, who pulls up from 3. Golden State has it now, bringing it up the floor as Elevation has cut the lead down to 6. As they kick it outside, the big fella says, I'll shoot a 3 too. Will Nick Welp misses. Rebound pulled down by Jones. Rasheed Jones looking to bring it across the timeline here for Elevation Prep. Looking, goes inside.
Nice shot fake from the big fella.
From 3, rattles off the back in the iron. Rebound pulled down by Butters. Butters with a look out to Humes. Humes with a nice move there to make a double spin, get around the defender, go up and get the bucket.
Tariq Humes going to go down hard there. Hit the deck hard as... Oh, good. He's able to get up. That's a great sight to see as, Elevation Prep already down Reggie Bass with some back spasms. As here is Tariq Humes able to get up with some assistance from Rasheed Jones. You got to wonder, is Cody Henson going to have to use... He's down, I believe, to 7 players that are available. Is he going to have to use another player off the bench?
So it looks like we're going to get back to action as Humes does make it off the floor for Elevation Prep. Looks like he hit his elbow hard there also. Elbow's drawing some blood on it, so we hope he's okay. As Golden State will take over on possession. 35-31 our score. As Golden State will bring the ball up the floor now. They're looking. They go outside to Welp. Welp has it now here for Golden State. They look to go inside. Knocked away by Jones. Instead, they kick it out to number 34, who pulls up from 3. Rattles off the front of the iron. Gets his own rebound. Throws it outside. Kicks it. Nick Welp has it now. goes up with a nice floater, misses.
That was
Rebound
a pass.
Pulled out, or a pass pulled
No,
out again. And Elevation Prep will take over on possession.
I was being sarcastic when I said pass, Hunter.
Great rebound there by Butters. Butters gives it off to Rasheed Jones. Rasheed Jones gets it across the timeline. They look back inside to Butters. Butters with a nice move there.
Nice.
Gets his own rebound, follows his shot, and goes up and gets the bucket.
Cheval Butters is having himself a game, stepping up for the banged up Reggie Bass here. And here we go, back to a 2-point game after Elevation just trailed by 11, I believe.
As Golden State has it now with 7 minutes left to go here in our first half. As it looks like they're going to get a kick ball, so Golden State will maintain possession. Number 3, Quinn Deckner will check into the ball game. Also, Will, the big fella. Number 24, David Idoa.
You know, Hunter, it's very hard to defend this Elevation Prep squad.
As Jack Wetzel pulled up from 3 there. Misses. Battled around. Rebound is.
Man, another offensive rebound given up by Elevation Prep. Another one.
As it looks like
Finally able to pull it out.
that number 24 on Golden State Prep, given the struggles there to Elevation Prep. David Idowola, the 7-1 senior from the Netherlands.
And now back to my point, it's really hard to guard this Elevation Prep team because you can't go into zone defense because Elevation Prep has shooter after shooter, and you can't go in a man-to-man defense because they're going to beat you with size and speed. It's just very hard to defend.
As McCoy with a nice baseline footer there, couldn't get it. Rebound battle for, hit away. Oh, a nice play there by number 3, Quinn Deckner from Golden State Prep. Threw it off of a defender, rattled off of him, went out of play, so Golden State takes over on possession. Here Nick Welp has it now for Golden State. Hands it in the corner to number 23.
Oh, wow.
Matthew Mayers, who pulls up from 3 and hits it.
Man, I would love to see these stats on how many threes that Golden State Prep has hit on Elevation Prep.
I'd love to see how many threes were hit in all the tournaments because it seems like we could have broken a record as Mayers brings the ball up the floor here now.
Nice shot fake.
Golden State Prep, and they pull up from 3 instead. The rebound is battled for, kicked away to Butters. Butters gives it off to Ely. Ely looking for the high elevation here. Doesn't get it and is fouled.
Ely was looking for the high elevation for Elevation Prep.
Yep, he would go to the line to shoot. Well, Michael Ely. I'm telling you, I've seen this kid, freshman, sophomore, junior year over at Snyder High School. Outstanding elevation, can get high to the rim, can shoot, can do almost everything you need him to as a player for Elevation Prep, as his first one is off the front of the rim. As Ely will get in his second attempt here.
The importance of free throws, my friend. The importance of free throws.
As he hits the second one there, does Michael Ely. Cuts the Elevation Prep lead, or excuse me, the Golden State Prep lead down to 4. As we're getting a little NBA feeling here.
Yeah, I know. We're getting an NBA feeling.
As the referees call another foul. The foul was going to be called on Carcona for Elevation Prep. The crowd is not liking the calls here. Haven't been liking them all weekend.
Is it me or did they not change that score?
As his first one is up and good. Second one is up and good. As Elevation Prep bringing the ball up the floor now is Rasheed Jones. Jones has it now. Looking. Makes a dribble move. Got around his defender. Takes it out to McCoy. McCoy has it now. Gives it off to number 23, Rasheed Jones. Jones gives it off to Butters, who pulls up from 3. Misses. Rebound battle for. Pulled away. Golden State has it now. They throw the lob inside to number 23, Matthew Mayers, who slams it home for Golden State. as Elevation Prep has possession now. Does Michael Ely. Michael Ely dribbles inside, gets around a defender. Nice little floater there from Michael Ely.
Much needed bucket there for Elevation Prep.
As Mayers has it now, looks inside, gave it to his guard, couldn't get it. McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep. McCoy looking for a pass, couldn't move, gives it off to Ely. Ely has it now, throws up a three, rattles out the front of the iron, rebound pulled down by McCoy. McCoy goes to Jones. Jones has it now here for Elevation Prep. Gives it off to Garcona. Dribbles, one-step dribble hop, pulls up, gets the bucket. Nice job there by the big fella who stepped up today. Didn't have a great game yesterday, but came into this ball game ready to go. Firing, gets the bucket. As Golden State Prep has it now. And we got another foul call. So, Bontrager and Hunes will check back into the ball game for Elevation Prep. What are you looking for on this possession here, Landon?
Well, what I'm looking for is, you got 3:59 left. You got 3:59 left in this first half, as we're going to have 2 more points awarded to Golden State Prep. I would love to see them get the ball, move it around, set up an offense.
As Ely just takes it to the cup, misses, rebound pulled down by Golden State Prep. They're looking to push ahead. They go to number 24, who goes outside to number 30.
Wow,
Jake
that's
Wetzel,
spun around.
who pulls up for 3, could get it. And smart play there by the Golden State player, number 24. David Ido at the big fella, threw it off the defender, rolls off the defender, and goes out of play. So Golden State will take possession. .325 left here to go in our first half. 44-37 is the lead here for Golden State Prep. As they throw up a 3, rebound, pulled down. They're pushing the floor is Elevation Prep. Rasheed Jones. Jones looking, goes outside to Carcoto, who pulls up from 3, rattles out the front of the iron. Rebound, pulled down by Golden State Prep. They're looking to push the floor. They do. Was looking for a free throw jumper there. Couldn't get it. They threw it outside.
All half long, Golden State Prep has been, I love the ball movement from Golden State Prep this whole half.
As they go into the big fella, listed at 7'1" on a roster from the Netherlands. He goes up, makes a move, doesn't get it. Rebound pulled down by Bontrager. Bontrager with a look ahead, goes to the big fella. They throw it outside to Rasheed Jones. Jones has it now here for Elevation Prep. 2:40 left to go here in our first half. Michael Ely looking, goes outside to Jones, who pulls up from 3. Hits every part of the rim, finally falls, goes in, extends, or cuts the Elevation Prep lead. Golden State Prep lead down to 4.
Need a stop here for Elevation Prep. They have been able to stop them.
As a three-pointer is thrown up. Rebound pulled down by Bontrager with a look ahead.
Here we go, Hunter.
Hunes looking, spin move. Oh, got away with one there. Did Golden State as they look ahead. Go to number 24, who goes up, tries to get the rebound. Rebound pulled down by Bontrager with a look ahead, and they're going to get a foul. As it looks like that foul is going to be called on number 30. Jack Wetzel of Golden State Prep, the guard. As Elevation Prep is going to maintain possession here.
2:07 left. I'd love to see Elevation kind of work the perimeter here, make the defense work for it, make Golden State work for that, get the best out of their offensive possessions. Would have loved to see them do some of this earlier in the half. Maybe they'd be looking at a lead here if they wouldn't have rushed some of these possessions they had.
As McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep, looking to go inside. It is knocked away by Nick Welp. Great defensive play there for Golden State. With a look ahead, goes up and under, does number 24, Luke Prungus. As Michael Ely has it now here for Elevation. Looking. As he takes it to the cup, battles off the defender, stripped away from Jack Wetzel, who gets called for the travel. So Elevation Prep will take over on possession. So Elevation Prep, 1:36 left here to go in our first half. They're down 46-40. Looks like we're going to get a timeout from head coach Cody Henson, a 30-second one. So we will go ahead and take one with them live here from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep. Day 4, the final day of our Sweet Gene Invitational. As they were looking to go for the lob, there was Elevation Prep, the quick one, instead to push ahead for Golden State Prep, who slams it home, does number 24. Lucas Prangus goes up and gets the slam. As Rasheed Jones has it now, the look ahead inside. Looking out, throws it out to Ely. Ely has it now. One dribble hop, misses it. Rebound pulled down by Prangos. Prangos has it now here for Golden State Prep. And a turnover there. Wait, oh, man. Rasheed Jones tried to keep it in bounds. Instead, his footing showed that he was on the baseline over there.
Hunter, you know a name we have not said in a long, long time is Caedmon Bontrager. Hasn't really been involved since about the 10-minute mark of this first half.
Yeah, he showed up for that second half yesterday. Did Bontrager for Elevation Prep in their win. As looking, man, they are beating them. Is Golden State on the offensive board as going up and getting the bucket is number 25, Nick Welp.
Back to a double-digit lead for Golden State Prep.
Man, Golden State Prep is maintaining their offensive glass. Something we got to see from Elevation Prep coming in to the end of this first half and the second half.
As Golden State Prep is halfway to a century.
As Welp's free throw is up and good. Extends their lead to 11. As he's walking off the floor, limping.
Reggie Bass,
he's okay.
Not being in the game has absolutely affected Elevation Prep, not being able to do what they want here.
As Rasheed Jones has the ball now here for Elevation Prep. Looking, goes up, tries to get the bucket, instead is fouled. So he will go to the line to shoot Rasheed Jones.
Need these 2 free throws here if you're Elevation Prep. Get it back under single digits, into the locker rooms. We got 40 seconds left in the first half. Maybe pick up. We saw them pick up some momentum at the end of the first half last game.
Yep, as Rasheed Jones' first one is up and good. Cuts the lead down to 10.
By last game, I meant last night. As there was a game before this one today, so I should say last night.
As Jones' first one is up, or excuse me, his second one is up and good. So Golden State Prep, 27 on the shot clock. 10 seconds difference is the shot clock between the game clock. So, ooh, nice move there by Lucas Prangos for Golden State Prep. As you got to look for here for Elevation Prep to hold for the final shot. 20 seconds left here to go in our first half. Looking. Gets a screen. Does Rasheed Jones. Tried to kick it out to Bontrager. Couldn't get it. So the look ahead for Golden State Prep. As they slammed it home. Does number 23. Matthew Mayers, who raises the roof in the final seconds of our first half. At the end of our first half, it is 55-42. Golden State Prep has the lead here over Elevation Prep. We'll be back here with some halftime analysis and some second half action live here from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. I think the difference is the joy in the children, the excitement. When break is coming, everyone is so excited because they are all going to the food, and that laughter and that noise that children make is something which is just nice in your ears to hear children laughing again. I'd like to say thank you very much. You don't know what impact you have put on those children. You don't know what smiles you have put on those children. So you are changing lives. You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. So we are so grateful and we say thank you.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Sometimes people have a question when they give us funding, does it really reach the child? You know, does, why are you all laughing? We want to make sure we're seeking out children that might be in places that seem impossible.
Demonstrations, riots, Mary's Meals, bypasses all of that.
You sure we have to do this? A bit of a hill.
So this is Whistler. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
You know, I thought going up that mountain, Mary's Meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
They are magnificent and give you so much more than you give them. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids don't eat at night.
Yes, she said, I have been praying, and bim, Mary Meals is coming.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
The athletes Aggies has always been here, you know, and they're getting better. You know, I'm watching, you know, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, you know, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep. 55-42-43 our score as Golden State Prep has the lead over Elevation Prep. We have about 2 minutes left to go before we begin our second half. An outstanding ball game here so far by the Golden State Prep squad on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball, as they're going to look for Elevation Prep to come out of the locker room. As mentioned last night in their ball game, they were down 24 points at one point in the ball game, came back and ended up winning by 4. So look for Elevation Prep to come storming out of the locker room here for that squad. Well, we'll be back here to begin our second half action live here from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. I think the difference is the joy in the children, the excitement. When break is coming, everyone is so excited because they are all going to the food, and that laughter and that noise that children make is something which is just nice in your ears to hear children laughing again. I'd like to say thank you very much. You don't know what impact you have put on those children. You don't know what smiles you have put on those children. So you are changing lives. You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. So we are so grateful and we say thank you.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Summit on the campus of Elevation Prep. Day 4 of the Sweet Gene Invitational, the final day. We have 3 games ahead of this one. Looking to get started as the tournament started out a little bit later than what's expected today. So we'll go ahead and begin our second half here. Both teams are breaking the huddles. Landon, what are you looking for here to begin our second half out of both squads?
What I'm looking for Elevation Prep is to use more of the time and get more offensive possessions, use more of the clock here for Elevation Prep. Here, as I would truly love to see them just kind of run an offense. You know, there's not much offense, just one guy trying to do everything. As for Golden State Prep, I would truly love to see them run out of here and get some defensive stops, because despite being up by 12, Elevation's offense really has been doing what they want. It's more of Elevation Prep taking bad shots and missing those shots than it is from Elevation Prep getting stopped. I mean, Golden State Prep getting stops on Elevation Prep.
As looking over at Elevation Prep's bench, you see the man Reggie Bass getting suited up, so he might check in the second half of the ball game for Elevation Prep.
That'd be huge here if Reggie Bass can get in this game. As you see him putting his jersey on, I don't know if you can, if our camera person Lindley Kistler there could show Reggie Bass putting his jersey on. You might have been able to see him there There is Reggie Bass getting suited up, head back to the locker room. That'd be huge for Elevation Prep if they can get him back. They definitely need him this half.
As Reggie Bass, we know, had an outstanding ball game last night for Elevation Prep. That would be huge to get him going. I was over at the scores table at halftime before the second half began, and it looks like he was listed on the scorebook. So we might be seeing him check into the ball game here. As Golden State looked right where they left off, got an offensive rebound. That's something I would love to see Elevation Prep do, is pull down defensive rebounds, as Golden State has maintained the glass on their offensive possessions. As McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep. Looking, dribbling, gets a screen from Butters. They kick outside to Rasheed Jones, who pulls up from three, rattles out the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down by the big fella, Carcona, who goes up, couldn't get it, and it's knocked away.
Okay, Hunter, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. That was a bad possession to come out of the half with. Absolutely bad for Elevation Prep. I don't know why you just come down and gas up a three like that. First, that's the first possession you had of the second half, and you do that with it. I'm not pleased. I'm just not a happy camper right now for Elevation Prep. As for Golden State, I'm a huge camper for them, as they are running good offense, they're getting good shots, and they're using the best of their offensive possessions, and they're getting stops.
As Denker pulls up from three there for Golden State Prep, got the bucket. So back to action. Michael Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep. The little free throw jumper, and that's a good one for Michael Ely. Had 5 points in that half, extends his points to 7. The leading scorer for Elevation Prep that half was Rasheed Jones, number 23. And then Navy Blue, he had 14 points there for Elevation Prep. As Golden State has it down, does number 30, Jack Wetzel. He hands it off. They're throwing it around the perimeter.
Nice ball movement here.
Yep, nice ball movement there from from Golden State Prep. As number 3, Quinn Deckner goes up and gets the bucket. His 5th point of the half, has both buckets for Golden State this half. As Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep. Little dribble move, pulls up from 3, hits the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down. They're looking to push ahead. As Denker pulls up from 3 again, rattles out the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down, kicked out to Wetzel, who pulls up from 3, doesn't get it. Rebound pulled down by McCoy.
That would have been trouble if they were to hit that one there.
McCoy goes to Jones, who for the look-ahead lob to Michael Ely. Couldn't convert, so Golden State has it now. Ooh, nice crafty behind the back move there from number 24, Luke Prongus. Instead, way to use your body there from the big fella. Number 33, Mihai Carcona for Elevation Prep. He will go to the line to shoot a pair as he draw the foul. Smartly played there by Carcona. The
definitely able to get down low there. I wanted to see this a lot for Elevation Prep, and unfortunately we haven't seen much of this in this whole entire game. And that is one of the reasons why they trail by 15 points.
As Carcona's first one is up and good. Free throws are going to be key this second half, as Elevation Prep is looking to climb back in this ball game.
And if you remember last night, they were able to make a comeback down by 24 points, if I'm correct on that number. Elevation Prep was.
Yes, indeed, you are. 24 points they were down, ended up coming back and winning by 4.
Yeah, I would love to see right now Golden State Prep kind of slow down the tempo a little bit, as Elevation Prep going to pick up intensity.
Nice shot there by number 3, Quinn Denker, who gets the 3 for Golden State Prep. Carcona has it now, looks inside to Butters. Butters kicks it outside to Michael Ely, who dribble drives around his defender, goes up and draws the foul. Michael Ely will go to the line and shoot a pair here for Elevation Prep. Went in, drew the foul. Smartly played there by Michael Ely.
They need this right here, down by 16 points. Huge opportunity to get it back to 14, as they just did about a minute ago. They really need this opportunity here from the free throw line.
As Ely's first one is up and good. Something Ely doesn't do. He's got to convert at the free throw line for Elevation Prep. Would be key for the rest of this ball game. His second one is up and good. Gets him 2 points. As Golden State Prep has it now. As they go up, throw up a three, does number 24.
Another three here from Golden State Prep, and they are really on fire here from beyond the arc this game.
Yeah, as we saw a shootout last night from beyond the arc. Came in with a little dunk fest there. Did our last game of the night as Elevation Prep played in this one. Ely has it now. Throws up a little free throw jumper.
Nice pull-up.
Good. Nice pull-up there from Michael Ely. The little free throw jumper, silky smooth there for the fella.
That kid is going to be a stud in college basketball. I'm telling you that right now.
College coaches, please go take a look at Michael Ely. He can do everything you need for him. As Elevation Prep gets the rebound, does Rasheed Jones. Jones looking, gets around his defender. Guess what? He throws it ahead to Ely, who pulls up from three, rattles up the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Golden State. Golden State with a push ahead, looking, throws it in the corner to a wide open number 12, who is not listed on my roster. Throws up the three and hits it.
Wow.
Little change of events there as Jones comes on the other end, tries to throw up a three, instead is knocked away as the rebound. They look ahead to number 23. Woo! Number 23.
I'm expecting a timeout here from Coach Henson.
Mayers goes up and slams it home. Wow. That man has had some high-flying elevation in this ball game.
As Michael Ely's banged up on the right side corner on the other end of the floor. Something's not right with Michael Ely. He's squirming in pain right now. It's by the looks of it. Michael Ely's a little banged up.
It's Elevation Prep is going to take over.
Hey, look in the scores table, Hunter. Reggie Bass is going to check in the game for the first time today, as is Reggie Ward. And Reggie Bass.
As we're back to action, Elevation Prep. Elevation Prep has it now as it was turned over. I believe Golden State Prep took the delay of game call on the last play.
Indeed, they did, and I'm really interested to see what Reggie Bass's presence does for Elevation Prep here.
As Jones has it now, pulls up from three, rattles up the front of the iron, rebound pulled down by Bontrager. Bontrager looking, gets around his defender, try to throw it up. I would love to see him kick it out for the three-point shot there. Instead, he didn't. So the look
what a
ahead.
spin! What a kick out there!
Kick out there to number 12, who's not listed on my roster for Golden State Prep.
I'm almost thinking they combined the teams. That might be Elijah Horde from last night's game on the Golden State Prep's black squad that they had last night. It almost same number, and it does definitely look like him from last night.
So we will go with Elijah Horde there for number 12 of Golden State Prep. The referees are having a discussion at the scores table.
70-51 is our score.
As it looks like they're going to get a shooter from the white squad as they will go to the line to shoot technical foul free throws here.
Not sure what that technical foul was called on.
Well,
I'm not sure.
We're up here. They're down there. So going to the line to shoot a pair of free throws for Elevation Prep. He's number 3, Quinn Deckner. As Deckner's second one is up and good. As our score is now 72-51, Golden State Prep has the lead here over Elevation Prep. 15:34 left here to go in our second half. as there's a lot of confusion going on here on who the ball is going to go to. So McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep. As that technical foul was given to Elevation Prep, as Reggie Bass wasn't listed on the score sheet at the scores table. So Elevation Prep, as the 2 free throws were made there, Elevation Prep will come down to shoot. As Reggie Bass will bring the ball up the floor here for Elevation Prep. Goes. He has it now. Crowd going nuts. Here as Reggie Bass is in the ball game here for Elevation Prep. Gives it off to Jones. Jones goes back to Bass. Bass touching the ball for the first time in the ball game. Kicks it out to McCoy, who goes inside to Bontrager, who goes up and gets the bucket.
Much needed bucket there as now they look to get a defensive stop. It's definitely a needed. It's not a much needed, it's a needed, because they're not going to get it there.
As Golden State responds and hits the 3, does Prongos for Golden State Prep.
Would love to see Elevation. They got to go. I mean, 15 minutes, yes. Down 21. They got to go here.
As Bontrager's shot is up off the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Prongos. Prongos kicks it ahead. They go 2. Number 3, Quinn Decker, who puts it in. Reggie Bass has it now here for Elevation Prep. Looking, dribbles, moves, try to give it off to Bontrager. Instead, Bass maintains possession, goes in, rattles out the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down. Golden State Prep goes up, does number 3, Quinn Deckner, who goes up and gets the and 1. Quinn Deckner with an outstanding move there for Golden State Prep, going to the bucket, drawing the foul, and getting the and 1 opportunity here for Golden State Prep.
Golden State Prep starting to just absolutely look dominant right now. I mean, they are almost dominating Elevation Prep right now.
As Reggie Bass has it here now for Elevation Prep. Hands it off to Rasheed Jones. Jones looking. Hands it inside to Bontrager. Bontrager throws it out to Bass. Bass pulls up from 3. Rattles up the front of the iron. Rebound, pulled down, fought for, and looks like they're going to get a foul. That foul is going to fall on number 3, Quinn Denker, as he tried to battle with Bontrager. Got called for it. So Elevation Prep will maintain possession. Ely's going to check into the ball game for Elevation Prep. He will check in for number 11, Kevin McCoy Jr.
As the score magically just went to 55 for Elevation Prep.
As Ely's going to go to the line to shoot. His first one is up and good. Golden State has it now. Bringing it up the floor is Denker. Denker ripped away.
Look out,
Ely
look out.
Goes up for the slam. Does Michael Ely here for Elevation Prep.
Just what they needed. A little spark of hope. Now only down by 22. And they look like they're picking up the intensity of this defense here, Hunter.
Yeah, as Ely cuts the lead down to 22. Golden State tries to respond there with 3 of their own. Instead, rebound pulled down by Reggie Ward. Ward kicks it out to Bass. Bass has it now here for Elevation Prep with a look inside. Tried to go to Ely. Instead, it was ripped away by Luke Prongos. Prongos throws up the lob. Instead, threw it up kind of weird behind the back of his intended teammate, Mayers. And instead, Golden Elevation Prep will take over on possession.
Just a little bit of mistiming there from Elevation Prep, as little inbounding issue there.
As Reggie Ward kicks it ahead to number 23, Rashad Jones.
Yeah, we're going to have a backcourt violation called on Reggie Bass. And Elevation Prep with another unforced turnover in this game.
As Bass stepped over the timeline. Took a little step back and got called for it. Referee must have been watching his feet very carefully. As Golden State is going to bring the ball up the floor. They kick it outside, go inside to wide open Denker, who misses it. Bass has it now here for Elevation Prep. Nice strong move there by Reggie Bass to go up and get the bucket. Cuts the Golden State Prep lead down to 20.
We saw Elevation Prep trail by 24 last night. They trailed by 27 in this game. Maybe a little bit of a run, just not. There's still a lot of time left in this game, but they trailed by 24 in the first half of last game.
As speaking of turnovers, Golden State draws one there, so Elevation Prep will take over on possession. As Bass will throw it in. He throws it in to Rasheed Jones. Jones has it now here for Elevation Prep. Gives it off to Bass. Bass looking. Tried to take a no-look pass there to Ely. Couldn't convert it. Instead, goes back and gets the turnover. Reggie Bass has it now here for Elevation Prep. Gets it across the timeline. Looking inside. Takes it to the cup. Goes up. And misses. Will go to the line to shoot. Will Reggie Bass.
And keep in mind, Reggie Bass already has having some back spasms. That's why he did not start in this game and just came in here in the second half, as he's going to be banged up as he hit the deck hard there.
As Reggie Bass is banged up, we'll go ahead and take a break. Come back here live from the summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. 80-60 our score. Golden State Prep over Elevation Prep. As Reggie Bass, number one for Elevation Prep, battling some back spasms, came into the ball game to try to give a spark here for Elevation Prep. Went up for a shot there, a little layup, fell hard, and he's still being intended to by the staff. So we will go ahead and take another break, come back here for some second half action, live from the summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. I mean, the difference is the joy in the children, the excitement. When break is coming, everyone is so excited because they are all going to the food, and that laughter and that noise that children make is something which is just nice in your ears to hear children laughing again. I'd like to say thank you very much. You don't know what impact you have put on those children. You don't know what smiles you have put on those children. So you are changing lives. You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. So we are so grateful and we say thank you.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from the summit as Reggie Bass back on his feet here for Elevation Prep, getting some help onto the sideline is the star-studded player here at Elevation Prep.
That is a bittersweet sight to see, as Reggie Bass able to get up, but not without assistance, as he will be out of the game most likely for the rest of this game with 12:20 left, down 20. He did not start, already having some back spasms, And then he came in the second half, about early in the second half. He was a sub. He did not even start in the second half. It was a substitution. And sad sight to see is Reggie Bass being carried almost to the locker room, as it will be Kevin McCoy in place, shooting free throws for Elevation Prep.
McCoy's first one is up. Rattles off every part of the rim and goes in. As McCoy's second one is up and good. Free throws are going to come up big time, as we've mentioned, all weekend long. As here, Golden State Prep has the ball now. And he throws up the three and gets the and one. What a shot there by number 3, Quinn Denker, who will go to the line to shoot. Going to go up and get a 4-point conversion there. That was huge there for Golden State. As McCoy's going to bring the ball to the floor now for Elevation Prep. McCoy has it, looks outside, goes to Rasheed Jones. Jones has it now. He pulls up from 3, misses everything. We'll go to possession for the Golden State Prep squad. That was a little whoos and ahs in the crowd here as he put that one up.
You know, Elevation Prep just cannot catch a break. You know, it just really seems like that, Hunter. You know, they get something going, then the other team hits a 3, gets a 4-point play.
As looking, here is Prongos for Golden State Prep. A crafty dribble move there. Rebound pulled down by Ely. Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep. He kicks it ahead to McCoy. McCoy looking, dribbles outside, throws it to Bontrager, who goes up for 3. Rattles off the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down. They're looking to push the floor is Golden State Prep. They throw it out. Woo! The three-pointer put up there by number 34, Ricky Garza, who is a 5'8" player. Man, the size there.
Right.
As Golden State Prep is going to take over on possession. Golden State Prep has it now. Here, bringing it up the floor is number 3, Quinn Denker. Denker, they kick it out. They go to Jack Wetzel. Wetzel kicks it out to number 34.
Absolutely beautiful ball movement there from Golden State Prep.
Ricky Garza hits the 3 there for Golden State Prep. The guard from Chesterton, Florida, as Ely dribbles baseline, goes up strong and gets the bucket for Elevation Prep. A much needed one there, as their Golden State's lead is out to 23. Denker with a nasty behind the back move there. Spins around his defender, kicks it inside. They try to go up for the bucket, can't convert. Rebound kicked out to number 30.
Wow!
Jake Wetzel, who puts up a 3.
Pure domination mode here from Golden State Prep. It's 3 after 3 from them.
10:20 left here to go in our second half. 90-64 our score.
Hey, here we go.
Ely throws up a 3 there for Elevation Prep. As our score is now 90-67.
Unofficially.
The 3 ball thrown up there. Couldn't get it. Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep. Looking, dribbling, moving, throws it inside to Bontrager. Bontrager with a nice turnaround jumper. Rattles out the front of the iron. Rattles off of a Elevation Prep player and goes out of play. As Golden State's going to push the ball up the floor now. Here, 10 minutes left to go in our second half. As that one's knocked out of bounds, Elevation Prep will take over on possession.
Love to see Elevation here. They got to go. They're down by 23 points. 30 seconds on the clock, shot clock, if the clock will ever start. There we go.
McCoy has it now here for Elevation Prep.
If Elevation wants to get back in this game, they need to stop turning the ball over.
Smartly indeed, as turnovers get everyone in basketball. Not a good thing to happen. As Golden State has it now. Looking. Garza has it. Ooh, he throws it, tries to get it inside, does. Their big fella goes up strong. Couldn't get it. Gets his own rebound and puts it in. Does the 7'1" big fella from the Netherlands, David Idaho. Ely has it now here for Elevation Prep. He kicks it in the corner. They go inside to Bontrager. Bontrager looking for the flash there from Reggie Ward. Couldn't get the conversion. As a nice dribble move there. As Reggie Ward comes down, battles for the rebound, throws it ahead to Bontrager. Bontrager gets called for the travel. So Golden State will take over on possession. 9 minutes left in the ball game as head coach Cody Henson going to use the timeout for Elevation Prep. We will go ahead and take one with them. We'll be back here live from the summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. I mean, the difference is the joy in the children, the excitement. When break is coming, everyone is so excited because they are all going to the food, and that laughter and that noise that children make is something which is just nice in your ears to hear children laughing again. I'd like to say thank you very much. You don't know what impact you have put on those children. You don't know what smiles you have put on those children. So you are changing lives. You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. So we are so grateful and we say thank you.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Our score, 92-67, Golden State Prep over Elevation Prep. I shout out to Director of Basketball Operations here at Elevation Prep, Bob Long, for putting on this invitational, Sweet Gene Invitational. Great host here for Elevation Prep, as this is the final day of our Sweet Gene Invitational.
Definitely shout out to my grandfather, Bob Long. Been a huge mentor for me growing up.
As Golden State has it now, they're looking to kick ahead. Does Ricky Garza. Garza looking, kicks it outside. They're trying to give it back to him. Instead, couldn't, ripped away by Rasheed Jones. Jones has it now. He's pushing the floor. Goes up. Wasn't fouled.
Nope.
Stepped on the baseline.
Yep.
Went out of bounds. Golden State will take over on possession. As Garza will bring the ball to the floor here for Golden State. Looking, gets it across the timeline, does Garza. Looking, oh, he thought about pulling up for the three. Instead, kicked it out to Mayers. Mayers looking, goes inside to Ida. Ida has it now. Using the size and goes up and gets the spin move and the bucket. Does Ida. Beautiful move there with the size of the 7'1" center from Netherlands.
Nice drive here from McCoy.
McCoy,
ooh, man.
Looking, tried to make a move there. Instead is rebounded out to Bontrager. Bontrager hands it off to Reggie Ward. Ward with a nice baseline dribble there. Draws the foul and will go ahead and go to the line to shoot a pair. Will Reggie Ward Jr. His first one is up. Rattles off the front of the rim, hits the backboard, and falls out. So he will go to the line to shoot another one.
Yeah, I mean, Elevation Prep truly just cannot catch a break right now in this second half. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. It's almost a 30-point game.
as Butters check back into the ball game here for Elevation Prep. Clarkona was looking to check in for the shooter. Instead, Reggie Ward couldn't convert, so he will have to wait for the next whistle. Golden State Prep throwing up a three is number 30, Jack Wetzel. Couldn't get it. Rebound, kicked out. They're looking. Ira's looking. Makes a dribble move on his defender. Goes up, throws it up, misses. Rebound pulled down by Butters. Butters with the push ahead to Ely. Ely gets it across the timeline. Looking. Makes a behind the back dribble move. Gets to the
nice
top.
Move. Nice rebound.
Nice move there by Michael Ely. Instead, it rebounded out to Golden State Prep, who Jack Wetzel is wide open from three. Misses. Rebound pulled down by number 23, Rashad Jones. Jones with the look ahead. Got it now. Looking. Gets a screen from Butters. Pulls up. 16-foot jumper off the back end of the iron. They're going to get a foul.
Offensive foul here on Elevation Prep. And once again, they cannot get a break.
Michael Ely was given a little shove inside. Thought he could get away with it. Didn't. So Golden State Prep will take over on possession. Six minutes left here to go in our second half. 94-67. Our score, Golden State over Elevation Prep. Ooh, nice move there by Lucas Prongas for Golden State Prep. Dribbling around his defender, getting to the cup and getting the bucket.
Yeah, I've never seen Elevation Prep get beat like this before.
Jones has it now. Kicks it out to Ely. Ely pulls up from three and hits it. Bullseye there for Michael Ely. Way to keep working is Elevation Prep as Golden State takes over on possession. Take it. Rebound pulled down by Ira, who's had an outstanding ball game. Has the 7'1" center from the Netherlands. As Ely's pushing the ball ahead here for Elevation Prep. Faked out the three, went up and pulled another one. Rebound pulled down by number 24, David Ida. Ida has it now here for Golden State Prep. Making some dribble moves out there is the big fella. They kick it out. They go to Prongas. Prongas has it now. And he goes up and gets the bucket.
And the century mark here for Golden State Prep is they're now up 30 on Elevation Prep.
As Corcona comes into the ball game, tries to throw up a three, couldn't get it. Rebound battled for the look ahead. Here from number 30.
Looking down low to the big man from the Netherlands.
Instead, he pulls up from three. Does number 30, Jack Wetzel. Couldn't get it. So Michael Ely will bring it ahead here for Elevation Prep. A little free throw jumper. Couldn't get it. Rebound battled for and pulled down by Clint Deckner.
And there's the big man. There's the big fella from the Netherlands.
As Idaho gets it for Golden State Prep, extends their lead.
Oh, my apologies. 102-70 now.
As Rasheed Jones is pulling up. Oh, he says, I'll pull up from three if you guys are going to leave me wide open. Doesn't get it. Bontrager pulls it out for Elevation Prep. Kicks it ahead to Carcona.
Bontrager's been a rebounding machine today.
Little free throw jumper there from Carcona. Couldn't get it. But Ely's there for the rebound and goes in and gets the bucket. The elevation there on Michael Ely is something crazy here for Elevation Prep as Golden State has it now. Bring it in.
Nice. Wow. Wow.
Nice three there from number 24, Lucas Prongas, as he hits it for Golden State Prep. 3 minutes left here to go in our second half as Carcona tried to convert on one. Couldn't get it. So Golden State will take over. Nice move there by Jack Wetzel. So look ahead for Elevation Prep. Michael Ely pulls up for three and hits it. Does Michael Ely for Elevation Prep. Cuts the lead down to 30.
Elevation Prep now needing a stop. It's just they've really started to pick up their offense as of late, but it's just obviously too little, too late from Elevation Prep.
2:20 left here to go in our second half. As number 3, Quinn Denker says, I'm not done shooting yet. He puts up a three, and guess what? He'll check out of the ball game. Well, Quinn Degner, outstanding game there by the guard from San Jose, California. Has Jones looking to push for elevation prep. Little step back three. Hits the back into the iron. Rebound pulled down. They look ahead inside to Ely. Ely tried to throw up a reverse layup. Couldn't get it. As Golden State pushing the floor. 1:30 left to go here in our second half. Wow, what an outstanding move there.
He just had to look up and say, what am I doing trying to put this ball on the ground? I'm just going to lay it up.
The 7'1" center from the Netherlands goes up and gets the bucket. As Ely pulls up from three on the other end and hits it. Michael Ely hitting some threes here in this second half late.
Yeah, like I said just a short while ago, Hunter, it's too little too late from elevation prep.
1 minute left to go here in our second half. Ooh, nice move there from Prungus, but guess what? Guess who's there? The ball's bouncing, rebound pulled down by guess who? David Ida, who's had an outstanding ball game here for Golden State Prep, as Ely's looking to push the floor. Does, dribbles behind the back through the legs, pulls up from three, and hits it.
Wow.
Does Michael Ely. Michael Ely has shown you he can do a lot here for this elevation prep squad. Back-to-back threes there for Michael Ely.
As we are down to 20 seconds left in this ball game. Yeah, don't even have to put up a shot if you're Golden State Prep.
As Golden State Prep is going to go ahead and dribble this one out. So, 10 seconds and winding. They're dribbling. We'll hit the 5-second mark. Let it keep dribbling, and that will be our final score, 110-81. Our score as Golden State will take the win over Elevation Prep. Outstanding game here from Golden State. Our player of the game is going to go to number 24, David Ida, the 7'1" center from Netherlands. As he goes up, had an outstanding ball game here. 110-81 our score. Thanks for watching. Hunter Sosenheimer, joined by Landon Traylor. Camera person, Lindley Kistler. We thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you tune in to our next game as we have 3 games ahead here live from the summit on the campus of Elevation Prep.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. I mean, the difference is the joy in the children, the excitement. When break is coming, everyone is so excited because they are all going to the food, and that laughter and that noise that children make is something which is just nice in your ears to hear children laughing again. I'd like to say thank you very much. You don't know what impact you have put on those children. You don't know what smiles you have put on those children. So you are changing lives. You are changing lives in places where no one would have gone there to change lives. So we are so grateful and we say thank you.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Sometimes people have a question when they give us funding. Does it really reach the child? You know, does... Why are all you laughing? We want to make sure we're seeking out children that might be in places that seem impossible.
Demonstrations, riots, Mary's Meals bypasses all of that.
You sure we have to do this?